And when news about Joran Van Der Sloot broke about 10 days ago, it ricocheted around the world, capturing headlines all over the USA, all the way across Europe, into the Middle East, and on to Asia, and then back to the United States. Everyone wants to know, so let me give you a quick update on Joran Van Der Sloot. As you know, Peru has agreed to extradite Van Der Sloot to the United States to answer to a 2-count federal indictment carrying the possible penalty of 40 years in prison. I am told the extradition process, which includes much planning, some paper signing between Peru and the United States, is going very smoothly right now. One unusual step, though, is that the Netherlands must issue Van Der Sloot international travel documents, a Dutch passport, since he's a Dutch national. He's not a Peruvian. I assume the Dutch will not drag this out and has either already issued the passport or will forthwith. Obviously, it'd be lousy after the shoddy Dutch investigation back in 2005, but the Dutch now got in the way of this extradition. So I expect that to happen very soon. And I've also been asked multiple times since the news of the extradition broke, when will the extradition happen? Well, I'm deeply involved in this investigation, have been for 18 years, and I'm told the extradition will happen, quote, soon. And I take soon to mean within about the next 3 weeks, but it could also be as soon as this week. I do know the FBI is ready to get him, more than ready. And while I don't know the exact date, the FBI does know when the extradition will occur. They're working really hard on this. For security reasons, as in all extraditions, the dates are closely held and not revealed publicly. You'll probably learn when, as soon as the FBI plane actually touches down in Alabama when he gets here. Meanwhile, Van Der Sloot has been incarcerated in a Peruvian prison up in the mountains of Peru. He must make an almost 11-hour car journey in Peruvian custody, if he hasn't already, from that prison to Lima, Peru. That is where in Lima our FBI will be waiting. In Lima, he will be officially transferred from Peruvian custody to FBI custody. He will then board a plane with our FBI and begin an approximately 7-hour flight from Peru to Birmingham, Alabama. Once he touches down in Birmingham, Alabama, he will be brought to jail or to the court, where he will meet his lawyer for the first time. A federal defender has already been appointed to represent him. The Sixth Amendment to the Constitution provides that an accused, regardless of nationality, has a right to counsel in American courts. If he wants a different lawyer, he can use his own money to do that. Since he's already been indicted by a grand jury that happened in 2010, things will actually move quite swiftly. He'll be arraigned in the federal court probably the very same day as his arrival in Birmingham. This happens in open court. It's not closed. It'll be an open court. The public, including Natalee Holloway's mother, can attend his arraignment. An arraignment is the proceeding when the judge formally notifies an accused of the charges in the indictment. The entire indictment is then read to the accused unless the accused waives the complete reading. Most defendants, if not all, waive the complete reading of the indictment. The judge will then make sure that Van Der Sloot understands all the charges against him. Van Der Sloot speaks fluent English. I know that from the times I've interviewed him, so there's no need for an interpreter, but the judge must still be certain Van Der Sloot understands the charges. The judge will then ask Van Der Sloot how he pleads, guilty or not guilty, to the 2 counts in the federal indictment. It's routine to plead not guilty. The next question is trial. The judge will ask Van Der Sloot if he wants a speedy trial. The Sixth Amendment to the Constitution provides a right to a speedy trial, and under the Federal Speedy Trial Act, a speedy trial must be held within 70 days. Van Der Sloot may invoke a speedy trial right or waive that right and get a trial after that 70-day period. That's a constitutional right, and the decision to invoke or waive speedy trial belongs to the accused, not to his lawyer. But in most instances, if not all, it is made after consultation with one's lawyer and after consideration of the pros and cons to a speedy trial. My guess, and I spent years as a criminal defense attorney, that Van Der Sloot's appointed lawyer will recommend to Van Der Sloot that he waive his right to a speedy trial. It would be a huge burden for that lawyer to be ready for trial in 70 days when he's just meeting his client for the first time on arraignment day in the holding cell behind the courtroom. Now, assuming the waiver of a speedy trial, the judge may select a date well after 70 days or pick a date in the future when parties can meet in the courtroom and then pick a trial date. The judge then will next consider whether Van Der Sloot will be released pending trial. You can expect that answer to be no. Remember, he is still a prisoner of Peru serving a 28-year sentence for the murder of Stephanie Flores. One other thing, I always say this all the time about the FBI. The FBI agents working on this case have been doing a spectacular job. No matter what I said in the beginning of the show about the FBI here in Washington, the agents that have been working on this doing a spectacular job. Too bad they don't run the FBI. The record continues after this.